They said you got to move
They
that
know
camera.
each other.
Oh.
Okay. Go, sir.
Welcome to our Haverford Sports Media broadcast of today's game. We have the Garnet Valley Jaguars against the Haverford Fords here at the Haverford Reserve. Leading off for Garnet is pitcher and junior Anna Sidlowski. First pitch is a ball by Emma Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor threw a dominant game, her last home game, hoping to repeat that performance.
Another low and outside pitch by Taylor. 3-0 count.
Taylor really looking to find her zone again. This is how she starts off her games, slow and steady until she's able to pick up the pace to get dominant.
And Taylor walks Sidlowski in 4. Next up is Hannah Long, center fielder.
Not a great opening at bat for Emma Taylor. She walks her batter on 4 pitches. Not the best way to open up the game or an inning.
Long shows bunt and is thrown out at first by third baseman Carrie McCallum. Sidlowski is also thrown out at third.
Sidlowski attempted to make a play where she tried to reach the extra base on a. She tried to play Haverford when Haverford wasn't exactly paying attention, but Megan Kent seemed to be able to recover fast enough to get the out at third base. Both base runners are out. Great opening defensive play for the Fords.
Right fielder Emily Orsini at the plate now for the Jaguars. Swing and a miss for Orsini. High pitch by Taylor, 1-1.
Taylor gonna get a little boost from that great double play by the Fords defense. She's hoping she can find her zone.
Outside pitch by Taylor, 2-1 count. That time a bit of a wild high pitch by Taylor, 3-1. Orsini lets that one come in for a strike. We have a full count.
Emma Taylor successfully working her way to try to pitch out of this bad start to the batter. It would be really big for her if she could strike her out here.
And an outside pitch lets Orsini take first. First baseman Duggery coming up to the plate now with 2 outs.
Taylor still had a pretty good at-bat from a pitching standpoint. She did get it up to a full count, but throwing that many pitches is not great to start the game.
Caitlin Duggery lets the first one come in for a strike. Swing and a miss that time for Duggery, and the count is 0-2.
Good pitch by Taylor. Really starting to overpower Duggery with her speed. It'd be very good for her if she can get on top of that ball this inning.
Little lone outside by Taylor. 1 and 2.
So far, the umpire of this game has not given Taylor the edge on those low and away pitches, which sometimes she will get.
And Duggery strikes out swinging. And that is an end to the top of this first inning.
Very good pitching by Emma Taylor. Duggery swings on a riser that goes right up and right past her face.
So coming into this game, when we interviewed the Fords, they did say that they expect Garnett to be probably their biggest competition in the Central League this year. Last year, Haverford did win both matchups, first 8-0 and then 3-1. But Garnett has seemed pretty evenly matched with Haverford this year. Both teams are currently undefeated, so we'll look to see who can continue that streak after today.
Something that's very important to bring up about Garnett is they have given up 0 runs this season. That is huge, as the last home game the Fords play, a lot of the runs came off of a couple costly fielding errors by Ridley.
In addition, the two teams have played a lot of the same competition so far. Both teams beat Westchester East, Stoga, and Ridley. Although, as Thomas said, Garnett has not let up any runs as of yet. Haverford's scores were a little closer in comparison, 5-1 against Westchester East, 12-7 against Conestoga, and 5-1 against Ridley. In comparison to Garnett's scores, 4-0 against Westchester East, 10-0 against Conestoga, and 4-0 against Ridley.
Something that we should mention is Garnett's pitcher, Anna Sidlowski, has thrown a no-hitter this season against Interboro, which is another sign about how dominant they've been whilst they're outfielding.
And speaking of Anna Sidlowski, in Garnet Valley's last game against Conestoga, which they won 10-0, Sidlowski hit 2 home runs. So we'll have to be on the lookout for her batting this game. Leading off for the Fords is shortstop and junior Shannon Gavigan. First pitch is low and outside, ball 1.
Now, it might be a little early to call this, but I would say the ump is not giving any pitches that are a little bit outside and low. He really likes to see them right down there.
Gavigan lets that one come in for a strike. Another outside pitch by Sidlowski.
Yeah, Sidlowski likes throwing that heater and is incredibly good at it, much like Emma Taylor.
Another outside ball, count is up to 3-1.
It seems both pitchers so far in this game have attempted to really paint the corner, paint that outside corner to these righty batters, but none of them have been given the benefit of the doubt on these calls.
That pitch seemed a little outside, but that is called strike. Full count with Gavigan at the plate.
Yeah, Sidlowski got her pitch there. It's going to force the full count.
And Gavigan strikes out swinging. First out for the Fords.
Yeah, Gavigan put into a tough position due to the full count. Has to swing. It was a good pitch. She just could not get on top of it.
At the plate now is senior captain and third baseman Carrie McCallum. McCallum fouls it off.
Yeah, McCallum was not able to get on top of that pitch. Fouls it straight back into the backstop.
Outside pitch, 1-1.
Sidlowski really has not gone after batters like sometimes Emma Taylor will. She really seems to try to get batters swinging.
McCallum connects for a grounder to short and is thrown out at first.
McCallum with some solid contact, but drives it right into the ground, right to shortstop. Not able to reach base. 2 outs early for Sidlowski.
Batting now is senior captain and pitcher Emma Taylor. Taylor fouls the first pitch. Second pitch is called strike. 0-2 with 2 outs in the bottom of the first.
Yeah. So far, Sidlowski has really shown why she was able to throw that no-hitter. She's completely dominating this early inning.
Outside pitch that time, 1-2.
Sidlowski really came out here hot, though, so don't be surprised if she's able to continue resting down the Ford's players.
Another outside pitch by Sidlowski.
Yeah, one of the biggest things I've noticed so far with Sidlowski's pitching is that unlike Emma Taylor, who will attack the batter with her pitches, Sidlowski is really trying to get you to swing on pitches that you have no chance to hit because they're outside.
Taylor fouls that one off up the right field line.
Good contact by Taylor, but she could not make it go fair. But Sidlowski did throw it to her. You got to take advantage of those pitches.
Another foul ball by Taylor. Similar placement that time.
Yeah, both times Taylor has fouled it. She's fouled it far down the right field line. She's just not getting on top of these pitches, and she's been a little bit late on both swings.
Another foul tip by Taylor.
Sidlowski now struggling to get Taylor out for getting an early 2 strikes. She just can't blow one by her, which is what she's been trying to do the past 3 pitches.
Low pitch that time by Sidlowski. Up to a full count.
Yeah, Sidlowski has pitched her way out of an advantageous count. She started off with that 0-2, and Taylor's fought back.
Foul ball by Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor still cannot get on top of one, but she is getting faster, or she is swinging more on time, as you can tell by the ball's going directly backwards instead to the right. If she is able to make contact, I wouldn't be surprised if she could drive that ball far, just due purely off how fast Sidlowski throws.
And Emma Taylor will take first base on a walk.
Yeah, Sidlowski does a very good job at opening up that at-bat, but she just loses it and walks Taylor.
Sarah Hubley will step in as courtesy runner for Taylor so she can warm up her pitching, as first baseman Annabelle Kneesey steps up to the plate for the Fords.
I said the story that I had with you was like my junior year. I was messing around in the hallways, and you said, "Why do you say that one word?" And I said, "Shit." And then the next day, same thing, and you had me up against the lockers. Oh, yeah, my
Knizia fouls the first one off.
Fall off the ground like that much.
Yeah, there seems to be one consistent problem for the forwards hitting today, and that's just Sidlowski continues to blow pitches right by him. They have not been able to get on top of a pitch and really drive it forward.
My fans did not. They would have been pissed if they found
That pitch is called strike, and we have an 0-2 count.
Yeah, good pitch by Sidlowski. Freezes up Knizia.
Nice.
There it is.
And Knizia strikes out. That third pitch, she somewhat swung, but it was down the middle.